What's up, legends? On today's video, I want to show you 3 easy steps to having an awesome time with Salad on Windows. Now, these 3 easy steps work both on Windows 10 and Windows 11. However, we do need to keep in mind that we do need a certain type of Windows for this to be more optimal. Preferably, we do need to have Windows 10 or 11 Pro. And even better, if you have Windows Pro N, you can cut out a lot of the bloatware. But if you don't have Windows 11 Pro, Windows Home Edition will work. There's just a little bit of a difference on that. And we'll go through that at the end. So first, let's start with Windows 10 and 11 Pro or Pro N. First, we want to get into our power settings. We want to edit our power plan. Now I've already got all this set up, but I'm just going to show you how to set it up. We're going to want to go to Change Advanced Power Settings. We're going to want to turn off hard disk, set that to 0. And I know a lot of us are using SSDs. I just put this to 0 out of probably pure paranoia. We want to take our sleep settings. Want that at never. Want allow wake timers, disable. And we want to go down to display and turn display off after never. Now, turn off display after never is really more geared towards standalone machines just for Salad. If you're running Salad on your gaming rig and you've got a monitor, I'm sure you don't want that thing on for forever, so you can change this as you like, but this is just an optimal setting if you're just running a dedicated rig for Salad. So now that you've got all your settings changed in here, you're gonna wanna hit apply. This will light up once you start changing these settings. Just for reference, this lights up after I change the setting. And so just make sure you hit that apply. I'm gonna hit cancel. And then I don't think you'll have to hit these save changes. I think that saves it within that menu there. All right, step 2, we're gonna need to get into command prompt. We're gonna wanna right click this, run as administrator. And then there's a couple different things you can do here. There's only one, that's the one that you want to do, but I can just show you for reference on turning off hibernation. Now you can either turn hibernation on, turn it off, or you can turn hibernation off and delete the hibernation file. That one is going to be useful if you're low on disk space or space on your solid state drive, and you just need to squeeze a little bit more out. Usually deleting that hibernation file can save you up to like 10 gigabytes of space on your SSD, and it's going to vary depending on what's system and what you've got on your computer. But it is a space saver for sure. And just for reference, just turning off hibernate would be this command here. It'd be powercfg.exe space / hibernate space off. And if you wanted to do hibernate on, if you wanted to re-enable hibernation, powercfg.exe space / hibernate space on. But we don't want any of those. What we want is we want to delete that hibernation file. So what we want is hibernation off, and we want to delete the file, which is going to be powercfg.exe space -h space off. And then we hit enter. And it kind of sucks because it doesn't tell you that it did anything. So you're like, did it work? Did it not work? It worked. You can always go and check to see if you've released any hard drive space. You can check a before and after. And if you've released some hard drive space, it worked. But it worked either way. Like if you put this in and you type it in just like that, it worked. It just doesn't tell you that it worked. All right, now for the third and last step, and which is probably the most important step, is you want to get into your local group policy editor. And you get there by getting into the run command. You can hit run, bam, get you in there. And you're gonna want to put in gpedit.msc. Once you get that typed in, you're gonna want to hit OK. You're gonna want to get into administrative templates. You're going to want to go all the way down to Windows Components. And you're going to go down to Windows Updates. Scroll all the way down. Windows update. And you're going to want to actually click this folder, and it's going to bring up this side thing here with a bunch of options. Make this window a little bit bigger. And then you want to go down to configure automatic updates. You're going to double click this. It's going to bring up another window, and you're going to want to make sure you hit enabled. You're going to have yours on not configured if you haven't configured. I've already configured mine. So I've already got mine enabled, but you're going to want to make sure you hit enabled, and you're going to make sure you go down to this drop down list here. See if I can make this bigger for you. And you're going to want to make sure you're on notify for download and auto install. Now what this is going to do is it's going to notify you when you have updates, but it's not going to download them. It's not going to install them. It's going to give you this box that you see right here, which I'm covering up most of it, but it'll just pop this up and say, hey, there's Windows updates available to download. Now, once you've got all this selected, you're going to want to make sure you hit apply. It'll apply these settings, and then you're going to close out all your windows, and you have to restart your computer. Make sure you restart, or it's not going to apply the group policy editor. Let's go back to the automatic updates and what that looks like. So if you go to check for automatic updates, this is what it's going to do now. It's going to show you the pending downloads, and it hasn't downloaded them yet, hasn't installed any of them yet. It's just saying, hey, these are available. And this is going to stop any conflicts with Salad. It's going to stop any issues where some of these automatic updates require a restart. You can be in the middle of a container workload, one of these downloads, and restart your computer. Bam, you lost your workload. Or it's going to take up bandwidth. You know, if you're on a container and it's downloading, and then it's downloading a big Windows update, that's going to, you know, take up a lot of your bandwidth. So this is to help stop that. And then I would suggest in between workloads, when you have downtime where you're not running any jobs on Salad, go in here, click download. You're not doing anything anyways. Just click these downloads. It's going to download, and it's kind of like a maintenance thing. So you might want to check this every week, you know, whenever you have time, but you do need to make sure you do have these updates. And that's pretty much it. Now we do need to revisit the Windows editions. So if you do not have Windows Pro or Pro N and you have Windows Home, this part is going to be a little different for you. The Windows Home edition does not allow for any of the group policy editors. That's a feature in the Pro versions. And there is kind of a workaround on that, but not really. What you can do is you can extend out your Windows updates. And I will show you here, Windows Update Settings. And you can click on this guy here, and it'll allow you up to 5 weeks. So you can pause any updates for 5 weeks, in which if you're running a machine that has Windows Home Edition, it's probably gonna be what you wanna do, and then just check it periodically. Just know that it's gonna start downloading updates and installing them after 5 weeks, which kind of sucks, but it's better than it periodically doing it throughout the week. So again, if you don't have Windows Pro or Pro N and you just have Windows Home Edition, this is the way to fix your Windows updates, or at least prolong it, so you don't have to be going in here all the time and figuring out when to update around containers or around Salad updates. Well, that's pretty much it for this video. If you found value in this video, I'd love a subscription. And if you liked the video, I'd also love a like. I'm a very small YouTube video and I'm trying to make more content. It would help me a lot. Until then, we'll see you on the next one.